What's up, people? I'm chillaxing on a Saturday night, and I just thought I would just kind of check back in after watching a little bit more video, as well as I did some writing today. Nice. Once again, well, not once again, because I speak off the top of my head, I do a lot of repetitious little statements. I'm going to try to watch that. But just picking up the guitar and playing and searching is one way of writing, and then there's another time when you have something where it kind of where you have an idea, and I had a couple ideas hit me today, so I did some writing and recording, which feels good. Yeah, that was good. I mean, you know, I guess the gesture is sometimes following through, or whether or not it goes to the next phase. You know, it's like that's not predictable. You know what I'm saying? But I got to thinking, let me just play just a little bit of music and talk a little bit about a couple of records, and then I'll go back to relaxing. And there was some good television last night on public television. I don't know how it is nationally, but I saw a program on David Geffen last night, and a program on a photographer, Robert M. Knight. A lot of rock and roll history. It was really interesting. But johncoltrane68 says, yeah, he knows of this band and always has passed up on it. So I thought I'd play one of the tracks on here that I think is decent. And again, it's nothing great, but if you see it for $1, it's worth $1. Flying Island. So jazz rock sound. It's kind of light, but it's kind of nice, you know? You know, those little flourishes, those little quick phrases like Mahavishnu. So I just thought I'd just pop a little bit of that on for, and maybe somebody else might like it, maybe not, but not too bad. And then I played this melody, and this is damned good, so I want to drop, and I have it on the computer so I can do it quickly. There's that piano. Actually, the pianist on here, Jeff Bova, has done quite a bit of session work with a lot of different people. I think everyone from Kiko Yano to Michael Jackson, even. It's got a little flavor, you know. But I want to play some of this now for whoever might be interested. Just this is really good, symphonic, you know, based kind of prog rock from the 70s, 1977. Whoops. Okay, let me get my volume together here. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to play the song Wailing Wall. I really like this song. Pretty cool. Love that. Pretty good, huh? European prog. Fantastic. The yes kind of bit like bass. Pretty cool. Melody. Yesterlight. So it's kind of interesting to me that that's like, never hear about it when people talk about prog, even from France, French prog. Melody, that's okay. Did I help rediscover something? I hope so. It's awesome. It's obvious. Listen to it. Brother Dave was talking about some German music, but before I go to that, I thought I had Illusion. Illusion was another band that Louis Cinema was in. This is Renaissance, the original Renaissance reunited. John Hawken, Jane Ralph, Jim McCarty, Louis Cinema. And of course, Keith Ralph had passed away, so he couldn't be a part of this. But this has some very good tracks, very good, on Island. And then I wanted to show Dave. I know I've shown this recently, but this is my copy of A.R. and Machines, Occam Reichel and Machines Echo. This is an original, and you know, this is a grail item in my collection. This is right up there along with the John Coltrane Cosmic Music as far as, you know, sentimental value to me. I've told the story in a couple of videos where I met Paul and Jerome Reese in high school, my senior year. They had just moved back to the States. Their parents were in the service, and they had lived in France and brought back all this music. I had connected with Paul in class because I was one of those nerds who would take records to school sometimes for no reason except to have it as a badge, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that caught his attention was I had Waka Jawaka by Frank Zappa one day. And he thought that was cool, and then he brought something to school. I had to forget what it was, but we went ahead and we got together. And when a few years later, when we went our separate ways, he gave me a bunch of records out of his collection, and this was one of them. And so this is an original. It's been played a lot, but it's not 2-beat actually. Double album on Polydor, German pressing. This is a head record. This is probably his greatest achievement on vinyl. Erholung is really pretty excellent. He's got a couple things that are kind of corny, but this is the one. Echo. This is amazing. And yeah, I've seen this recently go for as little as $100 or $200, and I've seen it recently listed for something like $680, $700. It's truly a space rock masterpiece. If truly is one of those albums that's so good that it's, you know, it's a little scary. I wish I had this on vinyl. My Solid Ground. And this is a Second Battle reissue. They've done some really tasty work. This is some of that real excellent German heavy prog. It's prog. It's not just the bluesy thing. It's strange. It's rock and roll, and then it gets out there. My Solid Ground. I know this is on vinyl. I don't have it. A couple of other mentions. I don't have the classic Message albums on vinyl, but I do have Astral Journeys on Brain. And yeah, these guys are in the area of Jane. The early stuff is like Jane. The early stuff is the best, and they just keep going downhill. This one is still pretty cosmic. Whoa. This one is still pretty cosmic. This one is still pretty cool. The other one that I have, because I found it cheaply years ago, is, this is crap, but of course I'm keeping it. What is it called? Using the Head. I mean, every time I play it, it's like I find a few parts where it's like, oh yeah, once this band was good, you know what I mean? And it's like, I guess they broke through and made some money, and so, oh, that's such a shame how you really have to make bad art to make money a lot of times, it seems. Over and over in history. Here's, this is kind of an, what, Iri Kinder. Verdol. I just found this and bought it, and it's really quite good. Folk prog on the Cook label of all things. I think they have another collectible album on RCA Neon, which I don't have. But this is good. Just a moment. Let me see if I can quickly put on the rest of this album while we... This is more of the melody. And then, since I don't want to be on too long, I've shown this several times. I don't know, again, if you know about this. It's not prog, but you were talking about German, and this is just an essential German space rock album. I know. Dom, Edge of Time. I mean, I just got to make sure that everybody knows about this album. This is it's like the Occam Reichel and Machine Echoes. It's like that. It's that heavy. It's that far out. This is fantastic. And this is a three-sided Second Battle issue. Just excellent. Absolutely essential. I don't want to stay long. I just wanted to do drop back in with that music. Okay, see ya.